Hello, 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 my water signs, my Cancer, my Scorpio, my Pisces. And I realize now that when I filmed the air video, I said Scorpio in there and I meant Libra. Oops. Okay, so my water signs this week. You have I feel like there's been a person in your life. The Knight of Cups reverse. This is somebody who's how do I describe this person? They are somebody who is really struggles to express their emotions, very much in their head and find it really difficult to say what they're feeling. So you don't get that from them. Um, so because of that, because they find it hard to express themselves emotionally, then they bury it a lot. So they've probably got a lot of baggage and they have been maybe a part of your life. Maybe you've been in a relationship with this person, but it's somebody that's kind of impacted you and sort of, that phrase, "death by a thousand paper cuts." It's somebody who keeps doing that because they're so emotionally inaccessible. Um, Probably somebody who's been through some stuff and really doesn't know how to help themselves with it. So it might not it might not necessarily be their fault, but still, nevertheless, you've had to deal with them and it's hard work doing that. Um, but you're kind of like you're at that point where you're done with listening to the excuses. You want to see reflection in the behavior that we're moving through that piece. Because you've died by a thousand paper cuts and you are coming back from that. And there's healing from all of that stuff, right? So there's kind of like it's a cycle of completion. There's this healing coming out of this. So this person is not going to hold you down. Like you've got what you need to come through this. You've gathered the resources, the skills, the tools that you need, and and you're stepping into a new era there. And then we've got, I always think this one's just such a happy card, maybe connecting with people from certainly with feelings from your past. I feel like you are remembering who you were before this person. So you're remembering who you were and you're really stepping back into who you were and who you want to be moving forward. Like, one of the things that I always think about when I see all these cups, to me that's and the flowers growing out of them, right? I feel like these are friendships and community that you're cultivating in these little cups. I've got a windowsill downstairs with all of my herbs growing in them. It's like my plant community there. I kind of think of that with this card. Like you are cultivating community around you. You're gonna kind of step into that a little bit and put your emotional energy where where you're gonna get the rewards. Put it where, like access to you is a privilege. And not everybody deserves that privilege. So you're gonna kind of, you know, you need to think about how you are going to give access to the people that are going to you're going to get something back from, right? Those relationships that, like these guys, look at them. There's just cuteness there. There's fondness. There's a warmth, right? And that's where you want to be putting your energy. Who are the people that celebrate you when you do something good? Not those ones that are like, okay, or just say nothing, right? Who's celebrating your successes, who's showing up for you, who's showing you warmth and kindness, and trust your gut. Like go with it with those relationships, those friendships, relationships, however you want to kind of call that. But look for the people that are showing up for you because that's going to give you the strength that you need and for you to build self-worth. Um, because this person isn't really capable they can't see their own self-worth, so they can't see anyone else's. So so yeah, there's a real kind of progression for you. You're moving through and stepping into a much lighter phase. So so that's great. So if this resonated with you, then like, subscribe, and I will see you next week for more.